Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to episode 3 of the Ramadan Last 10 Days mini series. In this particular episode, we are going to be looking at anger in the context of the statement attributed to the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in relation to his statement, he came to perfect character. Now, what is anger? According to the psychologist Dr. Charles Spielberger, he states that anger is an emotional state that varies in intensity from mild irritation to intense fury and rage. It seems that what we have identified as anger in most instances leads to negative results. Psychologists, accordingly, have suggested ways to calm the angry phase. They suggest that one should breathe deeply, slowly repeat a good word, use imagery that is pleasant and causes an element of serenity in the mind, and indulge in non-strenuous exercises, i.e. yoga, etc. So there is a clear indication that anger can lead an individual to undertake actions which perhaps they may regret later. That does not necessarily mean that anger cannot be a positive emotion. It is and it can be so. But again, we need to have the necessary criteria to determine that anger is good when it is used in particular situations. But in almost all instances, normally, anger is a negative emotion. The Quran in Surah 3, Ayah 134 states, "Those who spend in prosperity and adversity and who repress their anger and forgive people. Allah loves people who do good." So the Quran is clearly confirming that human beings have the tendency to get angry, but it also says that the people who repress their anger and forgive people, Allah loves the doers of good. Consistent with this Quranic statement is a statement attributed to the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in which he stated, "A wrestler does not beat others, but a wrestler is the one who controls himself when he is angry." Now, the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is actually equating a wrestler to one who controls his anger. In other words, there seems to clearly be an indication that to control one's anger is a definite requirement for you to fight against that wish to want to put anger into action. So it is actually a struggle against anger. So you are repressing that anger. The Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had stated in many other hadith in which he talks about anger and the potential positive outcomes for keeping anger in check. The Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam stipulated also how to deal with anger. In the first instance, he stated, "You must seek refuge in the Supreme Creator Allah from the plots of Satan." He also suggested that as Muslims, we should perform ablution. In other words, the coldness of the water, perhaps water can also be warm and hot, but the idea is to cool yourself down. He also suggested, the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if you are standing and anger is overtaking you, then take a seat, sit down. And if you are seated, the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam suggested that you lie down. So there are methods of wanting the human being to learn how to control anger. And it is clear from the Quran and the statements attributed to the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which are consistent with the Quranic guidance, that the controlling of anger will lead to forgiveness, and forgiveness will lead to paradise. So, the Creator willing, if we put in the effort to learn how to control our anger, it will lead to the forgiveness, and it will also lead to salvation. That is it for this particular episode, inshallah. We shall meet again in the next episode. Till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.